Welcome back to the BCMA podcast. That's the Black Clover Martial Arts podcast. It's your boy Lucky from Lucky's Muay Thai, and this is episode number 62. In this episode, we're going to welcome my sensei, Roberto Carrero, and we're going to just talk some jiu-jitsu. I got some questions to ask. Also, Makhechev versus Oliveira? I don't know. But first, if you like the show, tap the like, hit the subscribe button, tell a friend, drop a comment below to help with the algorithm. Either way, drop the comment, help us out. If you want to stop by the gym, hit me up, www.luckysmt.com or at Lucky's Muay Thai on Instagram. We will sign you up for a free trial class. You can come by, check the gym out, see if you like the classes, and if you do, you can join the fam. www.luckysmt.com. We also do jiu-jitsu, and we have that through Roberto Carrero Martial Arts. You can find him at Roberto Carrero Martial Arts on Instagram. He is a fantastic instructor. He is on this show today. Make sure you hit us up, www.luckysmt.com. Okay, before we get into my conversation with Roberto Carrero, BJJ black belt superstar, let's just talk about Oliveira versus Makhechev very, very quickly. This is Dagestani wrestling versus BJJ. I don't know who wins in this situation. I would say that the only tiny advantage I see in either guy is that Oliveira has a little bit better striking. And if he lands something significant and hurts Islam, it will greatly improve his chances of submitting Islam. If Islam takes him down, I don't know if he's going to be able to just control him. I think Oliveira will be able to maybe negate Islam's situation, and maybe Islam will be able to negate Oliveira's situation on the ground. But the striking might be the difference. So, in this case, I guess I'm going to make my pick. And it's not to go against Makhechev. It's more that I have to put on the marble on the scale of the one little thing that's better for the guy. And Oliveira has a little bit better striking. But this is MMA. Anything can happen. Oliveira could be expecting a shot, and Makhechev hits him with the overhand, faking the shot, and knocks him out, or then hurts him and takes him down and submits him. Anything can happen. But for this one, I'm going Oliveira. That was it. So, onward. Here's my conversation with black belt superstar and my instructor, Roberto Carrero. Enjoy. All right, I'd like to welcome to the show my current sensei, the man that's taken my game to the next level. This is Roberto Carrero. What's up, brother? How are you?
What's up, Lucky? How are you? I'm doing pretty good.
Great, man. I've been wanting to get you on here for a while just so we can chat, a little BJJ stuff, talk about, where you came from, everything, whatever you think about these certain things. So I'm glad to have you on.
I'm glad to be here, man. Glad to be here.
Awesome, man. So I just have a bunch of questions, but we'll start real easy. I'm not sure, where are you from, and what brought you to the mats?
What brought me to the mats? Well, where am I from? I was born in Nicaragua. And I came to the United States when I was around 6 years old. There was a lot of war happening in my country, so my parents decided to come. So we lived in Houston for a year, and then I moved to Miami when I was 7, and I've been here all my life in Miami. I haven't moved ever since. So how I got into the mats, I'm 46 now. So I was around 22, 21, and I was working, and this bodybuilder guy came up to me, "Hey man, you should try jiu-jitsu, man. You just go into the clinch, you get punched a few times, but you take them down, and that's it. Once you hit the floor, it's done." And I'm like, let me try that. And I've always wanted to do a martial arts, but I never really got into it. And then I got into jiu-jitsu, and then the rest is history. Yeah.
All right, where did you start? Who was the instructor?
Well, back in 1998, there was only maybe 3 or 4 black belts around. And like, it was very rare to see a black belt. So I started with a blue belt and a purple belt. And at that time, when you saw a purple belt, it was like, wow, God, oh my God, it's purple belt. They were so good. And I was so like, I never thought I would be able to get to that level. But, you know, with time, you get there. So I trained there for a year, and then I ended up with Conan Silveira.
Yeah.
He's like one of the head coaches of American Top Team.
Yeah.
And I was with him for 9 years, and I got all the way to brown belt with him. So very hard-nosed training. They used to call it the casca grossa style. Very grinding, wrestling, not a lot of technique, but a lot of grappling,
just going for it, right?
Just going for it. Yeah.
That's funny because my next question was going to be like, what was that training like? Like, what was it like in there?
It was tough. I mean, let's just say after a year, I got cauliflower ear. You know, I haven't gotten cauliflower ear since then, but I used to train. A lot of the people were over 200 pounds. So I getting into a lot of headlocks. It was just like, he didn't give you any breaks too. He was tough. It was 30 minutes of like kind of CrossFit kind of training. So by the time you did a technique, you'll be exhausted. And then he'll have us do a lot of specific training, like escaping from the mount, escaping from side control. And it was just, he didn't give you a break. If you wanted to take a rest round, he'll be like, hey, man, why are you taking a rest round? Like, nowadays, hey, you want to rest? Go rest.
Go rest, right, yeah. True. And you were competing during that time?
I competed. I used to compete like every 2 or 3 months. I was very much into competition until I became brown belt, and then I stopped competing. Yes.
All right. So what do you think the future holds with competition for you? Do you think you're going to get back into it? Or are you trying to just take a bunch of other guys to start getting them more into it?
Actually, I'm very excited about my gym because I have a lot of new people that are athletes. They're actually super athletes. And I'm looking forward to seeing their growth and seeing where they go. So I'm very excited about that. But actually, I'm competing this Saturday.
Yeah.
First time in 15 years. So I'm pretty excited about that.
How do you feel? You feel nervous at all? You have any nerves?
I'm a little nervous, but I just feel like, you know, I've trained so hard for it. Like John Danaher says, like, if you're confident with your skills, your nerves are going to be a lot less. You're going to be confident in the mats when you get there, you know? So it's all about being confident in your skills. And I've trained so hard. I've trained with a lot of black belts. I've trained. So I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but I feel pretty good.
When you go into competition, do you have a game plan ahead of time, or are you just trying to go flow with the go, as they say?
Honestly, I think I only have one competitor in my division, so it's like a super fight. And I hope he doesn't watch this podcast, but I think I'm gonna double leg him. That's
all right. I've been victim of that, and I know how good it is.
Smash. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, man, I love it. All right, so since we have this big UFC coming up, I think everybody's kind of hitting this thing from different angles, right? People are talking about striking with Oliveira and Makhechev and all this thing, but I think about it as a grappling match.
Yes.
And so I'm going to ask you, you know what? I'm going to put you on the spot. I definitely need a pick, but Dagestani wrestling versus BJJ, what do you think? Who has the advantage there?
Well, let's just say that Khabib says that Islam is the best submission artist in the room. So he's even better than Khabib in submissions. So just saying that, you know, that Islam is ready for defending triangles, defending arm bars. Yeah. I think he's ready to, I think I give him the edge, but I'm never counting out what's his name?
Oliveira.
Yeah, I'm not counting him out. Because that guy, his stand-up has improved so much. His stand-up is amazing. And any little mistake in the ground, that's it. It's over. So it's going to be a close match, and I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, man. Same here. I'm not sure how to call it. I think the only advantage is Oliveira's striking is a little bit better.
Yes.
You know, once it goes to the ground, I don't know who to, I just don't know. That they're both so good that they may negate each other in that way. Yeah. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to it.
But I think Islam got knocked out before, right?
Yeah, he got KO before. It's been a long time, but it was
been a while.
It was a solid KO.
Yeah, he's won 10 in a row, so I think he's learned from that. But still, Oliveira is so rangy. He's
Right,
long.
that's it's going to
So
be a good fight. I'm looking forward to
I
it.
can't wait for it. Yeah.
All right, brother, we're going to do this little part of the show that this is my first time doing this segment. So you're the inaugural person for this. Okay. And I'm calling this segment Passing the Guard. Okay. So, for the jiu-jitsu episodes. All right. So I'm just going to ask you a bunch of questions, kind of rapid fire, let you pick them. First one, IBJJF, ADCC, or EBI rules?
ADCC.
Really? Why?
I honestly, before, because I've been getting into wrestling a lot more, so I'm enjoying the wrestling a lot more. If you asked me 4 years ago, I would have said IBJJF 100%, because there's too many rules in IBJJF. Too many. You can't reap the knee.
Right.
You can't do this. You can't do that. In ADCC, I mean, there are rules, but it's more free. And to get a point in ADCC, you really have to work for it. It's not that easy to get a point in ADCC. So,
right. All right, cool. Yeah. I mean, I personally like EBI rules.
EBI, yeah. I don't like the overtime. I do not like the overtime.
I like it because I've seen so many matches where it's like the time runs out and you're like, what happened? So I don't know. I like the action in ADCC as well.
The thing is with EBI, a guy could be winning the whole fight, mounting, like dominating. It could be like 30-0 if you count by points. But then at the end, if the guy's better at choking at the back take or at the arm bar, so not necessarily the best guy wins, in my opinion, in EBI.
Yeah, maybe they should add a point system. All right, I'll hit up Eddie Bravo, see if we can get that done. All right, next one. Roger Gracie or Gordon Ryan?
Oof. I think Gordon Ryan. I'm sorry, but I can't count against him. Anytime I count against him, he always wins and easily. Like, Wagner Rocha is going to give him a hard time. Nope. Felipe Pena is going to give him a hard time. Nope. Who else? I thought Nicky Rodriguez, he's going to be able to avoid him, keep him off of him. Nope. So I can't count Gordon right now,
All right, fair enough.
Talking about prime to prime, like if they're in their primes?
Yeah, I mean, I think I just wonder, like, who is the most, like, really, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, for me personally, I like Roger Gracie. Yeah. I just like the attitude a little better, and I think I like the time, like his time, because I think during those times, first of all, everybody wasn't juicing, and everybody, there's a lot of stuff in politics and all that stuff going on. Not that there wasn't that during that time, but back in that time, as you know from being in the gyms, you had to fight, like really, really fight. And I'm not saying you don't now, but like, I don't know. There's a lot of things, a lot more involved now.
Yeah.
So
I just think the technology of jiu-jitsu has advanced so much that Gordon Ryan's technology of jiu-jitsu is way beyond Roger Gracie's. Even though if Roger Gracie gets him in close guard or in mount, it's over too, because nobody could get away from Roger Gracie's close guard.
Man, he's so good.
It's amazing.
All right, what's your favorite move? This is for my own notes, by the way.
My favorite move. Well, I go through phases. Right now, I'm really digging the arm in guillotine. I'm hitting it from everywhere. I love the arm in guillotine. That's my favorite move right now. Yep. Because from there, like if you miss the guillotine, you could switch to a Dars, you could switch to an Anaconda. So it's very versatile. That's why I like it.
All right, I'll make sure to keep my neck away from there.
Yeah.
Duck like this. I'm gonna be wearing a gi with a high collar.
Yeah, just tuck in your chin. That's
it. Listen. I'm gonna sew a high collar on my no-gi rash guards.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Last one. This one might take some thought. What's the most important moment that you consider in the history of jiu-jitsu as we know it? The most important moment in the history of.
The most important moment. Okay. I mean, everybody's probably gonna answer like this, but it just has Royce Gracie. I mean, you can't deny UFC 1 through 4 because you saw this skinny, like Eddie Bravo says, this skinny Iranian guy just beating up.
Right.
Exactly. So you got to see style versus style, and it's just jiu-jitsu is just like especially that there was no weight classes, there was no time limits. It was like a real fight. Nowadays you have time limits, you have a lot of rules, but before you could pull the hair, you could punch
chemo, right? Yeah,
crazy.
man. Yeah, totally.
So I would say that. I would definitely say that. So.
I know that that's the majority of what people are gonna say. I thought about that.
Yeah.
But I think the most important time or moment is when Maeda went to Brazil.
Okay.
Because that was the moment that sort of the handing over, not the passing of the torch, but sort of the handing of the information that would bring us to this like crazy moment where Gordon Ryan's smashing everybody and like, you know, everybody wants to do jujitsu or everybody thinks they know a little bit of jujitsu, you know, like, I think those two moments are definitely.
You know what I love watching? Have you ever watched Kozen Judo, the old judo? Kozen Judo is like, they have videos on YouTube, like it's like in the 20s, the 30s, and you see these short, old Japanese guys just doing barambolos, I mean, it's amazing. I love watching those videos.
Yeah, man, I know. I like that stuff too.
Yeah.
My brother. All right, that's it for us, brother.
All right, thank you for having me.
Let them know where to find you on Instagram. I don't know if you have a Twitter, any of that stuff.
Yeah, so I have Carrero Martial Arts on Instagram. Also, I have a personal page which I also put a lot of videos, Carrero BJJ, and my website is carrerobjj.com. And I am out of Lucky's gym. I'm teaching.
I will post everything on the bottom so everybody can know. And I'll definitely try to put
whatever you want.
Man. So. I'll put this like right on maybe like Friday evening, so hopefully your opponent doesn't like.
Okay, yeah. I don't want my opponent to
double leg.
I don't want him to look at my Instagram and see what I'm going to do to him.
I mean, you know, what is it? Masters what?
Masters 4.
Masters 4.
I'm an old man.
If he's like us, he's probably getting some sleep.
Yeah.
You know? Sure. He's not on the YouTube all night.
So Friday night is perfect.
Awesome, man. Listen, thank you so much for being on the show. I truly appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Everybody, put it together right now for Roberto Carrero. Drop a comment if you loved it. We love you, man. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.
Love you too, man.
All right, brother. Peace.
Don't wanna complicate ya.